I could be a golf superstar. After yesterday, like
You might be a
haven't
golf
played
superstar.
a round of golf all year, and I go out
Chippy,
par birdie on the first two holes.
But
of
Chippy
my
went
season.
golfing.
how are you going to be a golf superstar? Is that going to be before you win a Grammy, or
I don't know. It could be before, but
or at the same
it
time?
could be at the same time
parallel.
because I'm a multi-faceted individual.
You could work. That is true because golf is a bit of a slower game, so you could work on
Well, it's a slow game. Like as like
you're rapping and
we're
singing.
going across town, going across the world.
You can make TikToks on
Bringing
your way up to the
You gotta
green.
bring the sticks with you at the airport.
You work
and
on your vocals.
Get out there on the course everywhere we go. And when I'm coming out with no practice, shooting a par birdie on the first two holes, birdie par, I think it was.
Par birdie par.
And I was piping my driver first hole, brand new TaylorMade.
Yeah,
driver.
new clubs did you well.
Just pipe this driver.
I know what it is.
Mm.
A road to the Bedsy build.
It
The gym workouts pay off on the course.
could be, it could be, and it wasn't necessarily that my balls were going farther.
Yep.
It was. I was just green and regulation, baby, and
Yep.
when you're doing that,
Mental focus.
Two
you're
putt
gonna-
for par,
gonna
you're good.
Score. I mean,
Yep.
I did hit 75 balls at the range before I went for the round, and that was a mistake.
Probably a little sore.
My hands were bleeding when I showed up to the course, and they're still bleeding now. If Hayden can see, I'm showing him right now.
Blister, yeah, I can see.
Nasty blister on my hand, so I was just. I
It's
do.
interesting. It's
That
your
builds
nail.
resilience.
I over grip my club a little bit. I
Yeah.
think I'm like at that hockey player grip,
Yeah, you got to get it in the
but I
the
do
ends
interlock.
of your
I
fingers.
interlock.
You got to get it in the ends of your fingers
Yeah.
instead of in the palm. Like
Yeah.
Are you going to golf a lot this summer? Is that the plan?
That was my first time
yeah.
this year, so as of right now, it's not. It's seeming like I'm not
we should just set up
because
the
I've only
three of
been
us.
once.
I'll tell you
The
what.
courses have been open for 3 months.
Hey, we should go. We should set up one night a week.
But I would
we both
love to-
go, like
I
all
would
three
love
of
it.
us.
Weekly
So-
golf. I like
Yeah.
I
that.
think I would love to do that.
Yeah, we can make some TikToks
So-
while we're there.
Sorry, everyone. The pod is canceled.
we
just
got to go to golf now.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Every
golfing.
Tuesday at 11, we are going golfing
You guys
instead
want
of
to
doing
join us?
podcast.
Maybe we'll do the podcast on the course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be better.
In the cart, we'll just.
We just need
get the
electric golf
GoPro,
carts.
Just get that GoPro,
Yeah.
electric carts, and
If Chippy, if I were a single man without children and I worked from home, I would golf more often.
I think you're right.
Yes,
You're right. I think I need to golf more often.
you should. There's certain times of your life that are
Take advantage.
just ripe for the
Yeah.
picking.
Yeah.
And this is your golfing. Golfing is ripe right now. It's in season
Mm.
for you.
and
It won't always be. So don't lose that.
I'm such a natural at the game.
Yes.
Where it's like I don't even need to play or have golf lessons to be sniping like I was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people can do that.
No.
Hope you guys know.
That's what I'm saying.
Like on this podcast, you have someone that is such a natural
You need to flourish.
born athlete.
Mm.
And it's insane.
You need-
Honestly, guys, I've never taken a golf lesson in my life,
Mhm.
and
You're just good.
and it
You're
doesn't
natural.
look like that.
You're
I
not
go out
natural
there, I
golfer.
was spinning the ball back yesterday.
Chippy's the
Yep.
best at chippy glazing.
Oh yeah.
I Coach Chipinski. I mean, I almost chipped in. If you look at
Coach
Bellsy's,
Chipinski. I
look
like
at
that.
Bellsy's story. It didn't show my shot.
Oh right, you
on-
didn't even say on the because we were talking before it started. You were golfing with Zach Bell, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
golfing with Bellsy.
Yeah.
Bellsy goes out every day. I asked how many rounds he's played at this course. I think he said like 60 or
Oh my
80,
Gee.
89 times he's been out this year.
89.
This was my first
Golf course has
round.
only been open like 2 weeks,
Yeah,
3 weeks.
Yeah, they were, and I saw him at the simulators in the winter time too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Bellsy said he hasn't, like, it was the longest time in between rounds, and he said it was like 26 hours. He said he took one day off, and
Oh
he's
my
like,
Oh well,
God.
that's
He's
why he was a
still-
little rusty. You know. Oh,
he's feeling a
he's-
little jittery. He's feeling.
I
a little
almost
jittery.
forget how to hit the ball. It's
Taking a
been
day off. I'm like, Bellsy, I've taken 9 months off.
Yeah.
Chippy. It's been 26 hours since I golfed last. I don't know. I'm gonna be a little rusty out here.
No, the boys were.
Meanwhile, Chippy's hands bleeding.
So
Yeah, but I was like, Bellsy, yeah, I just went out, shot 75 balls before I showed up here. I was sweating, and it was like 28 degrees sunny at the range. That's not, and it was like so hot, like the air.
You don't
was
realize
so
it at
thick at the range,
mm,
and I'm just like, can I just like give these balls away? But I'm like, I need these balls. I haven't shot I'm going to play with Belzy and Jord. They've been
Yeah.
out 89 times.
I
They are taking advantage of their child-free years. They are
Yes.
flourishing,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
golf daily.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
driving
think I
range
need
is,
to do it too.
if you're gonna go and hit like a full bucket of balls at the driving range, it has to be like a dedicated thing. And you have to take your time. You think about it, like when you're on the course and you're hitting balls, you're only hitting like one ball every maybe like minute or two at most if you're going quick.
And
Let alone
Uh,
at the driving range when you're
brand new set of clubs.
yeah.
Forgot about that. I'm using a brand new set of clubs.
Mm-hmm.
New driver, new irons. Shout out TaylorMade. Jared needs some irons too. TaylorMade, if you're hearing this, Jared needs a new set of irons.
I might just buy them. You know?
You could. I have.
I might just buy 'em.
I have some cavity backs.
Oh.
TaylorMades.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
but,
buy 'em off you.
Coach Chippy's use them, so they're going to be going for a little more expensive.
Oh, the
Hey,
auto.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
Auto
sign
limited
that,
dish, numbered,
autographed. Yeah,
numbered
yeah,
one of
yeah.
one.
Yeah. So
It might be out of my
might
price
be a
range.
pretty
Yeah.
penny.
Yeah.
What is your price range? Let's talk about Jared's price range for new set of clubs, because I can
I was
get his budget
Yeah.
before I give him a price.
He was looking on Facebook Marketplace. He saw a nice set of 1970s clubs for about $50 a full
Yeah.
set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's your 350? What's your range?
I love a good deal. So, you know, I'm looking to not
We got bartering going
yeah,
on here.
I'm looking to not spend more than like 500 because I'm trying to get
Okay.
like a used.
Oh, you could get a nice set for
set.
500.
Yeah.
You haven't been on Facebook Marketplace?
I've been looking. So basically on Facebook
There's gotta be
Marketplace.
some nice ones on
Here,
there.
here's the thing. On Facebook Marketplace, I've got a set. My set of golf clubs is
you-
a mix.
you do not have a
mash.
set
it's
of
a
golf-
s- it's
No.
a set.
Do not
He's
have a
missing
set
like
of-
6
Jared
clubs.
shows up to the Steve Dangle
putter.
event last year, I think with a ping, like a kid's ping.
No wedge below
7
8
iron.
iron. He's got 8 iron
I
as
don't
his
even
lowest.
know. He's using a Wilson.
Yep.
He's got like 4 different brands in his
Mhm.
bag, and I'm like,
Yep.
Jared,
It-
we need to get a new set of clubs here, brother.
Or at least a matching set.
I've
Go to
had
Value Village, you could get you could
Yeah.
get a set for $50.
so I've had the same set since I was like 16 years old, and the clubs that are missing are ones that I lost on the course, and the ones that do not match. Like, technically, none of them really match.
Here comes the club throw.
Like if
It's the Wilson for me. It's like that random Wilson iron.
yes,
It's the
He's like, I found that one.
I don't
That's
even
exactly
know.
You're like,
what it
oh, I
was.
just lost my 6 iron. That's
It's like
great.
a
that's
wedge.
exactly what I was trying to say. So I would
Yeah.
lose a 6 iron, but then like a few weeks later, I'd find a 6 iron. I'm like, oh, sweet,
Yeah.
right? And I also
In your
worked.
dad's basement under the crawl space.
I worked at a golf course when I was like 17, and at the end of the year when they were shutting the clubhouse down, there was a bunch of clubs sitting around that were in the lost and found. And then I was like, hey, what are you guys gonna do with these? Oh, I'll just chuck them out. It's like, oh, sweet. Do you mind if I grab some? No, go for it. So I'm like, okay, I need a 3 iron, I need a 7 iron, and I'll take this wood.
There's that Wilson. There's that. Oh yeah, and I'm surprised you don't have one of those wood 3-woods. Those
Yeah, yeah.
those
No,
wood-
that's what I
those
started with.
antique
That's
3-woods
that's what I
with
started
the
with
metal face on the front.
Yeah.
before this.
Metal
Set,
plate.
Yes.
You need to go get your bag right now so we could go through it. Like I'm actually.
That's exactly what. That's what I
tempted to
started
see
golfing
this.
with. It was my dad's set of clubs. He just gave them to me, and it was an actual wood, like the
Yeah,
the
oh
three
yeah.
wood
trust
was
me, I
wood,
know what we're talking
Yeah.
about. I had that.
and it had like a little red thing on the top,
Yeah, like it was
and then a metal plate.
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
glossy finish.
Yes,
Yeah,
glossy.
glossy finish.
Yeah.
Like antique wood.
So that's
maple club.
and I used to hit balls into my field, and then I'd go and find them again, and then bring them back,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
hit them back out there again.
That's amazing.
That was
yeah.
how I learned to golf.
So,
so
5 hundo.
I'm-
Yeah, you could get a nice
I'm
set.
I'm trying to get
Upgrade your set. for
upgrade
sure.
that.
Yes.
And get an actual set where there aren't any clubs missing, and my driver is a driver that was a like $50 driver, the cheapest of the cheap, on sale. Got it for 40, right?
Back when it
From
was
Canadian Tire,
Yeah.
like 20 years ago. I think I might be able to add a little distance if I get, something.
Your swing was pretty
from the
good.
20th century.
Do we have to go back to when Jared and I teamed up to take down Hayden the other?
I
last
can get a lot of velocity,
Oh
on my swing.
gosh.
but the proper contact to have it go straight each time is a struggle.
No, but the swing it worked.
I swing, yeah.
Ask Hayden about your swing.
I don't want to talk about Jeremy's swing.
it was.
Nah,
They
yeah.
posted that video in the winter. They took a while to post that.
Yeah, that the STPN.
Yeah, if you want to see my swing, just go on
you wanna
YouTube.
see the
We played
boys
Steve
shoot
Dangle, Coach
low.
Chippy, and I.
I was
told
surprised.
you, like I'm a good golfer. Like
did.
I was surprised actually. I thought. I mean, I don't want to bash on Jesse. I thought he was going to be a lot better.
Because he's 6'5".
No, not even to do with anything that. Just based on
We-
how I've
we
heard
were-
them talk about him golfing. But
Everyone
Steve-
talks about themselves golfing well.
No, but Steve and Adam think Jesse is like amazing at golf, and then I see him
Oh.
golf, and I'm like,
Well,
I would
let's
take
talk
either
about
of you
Steve.
guys.
Let's talk about Steve.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve.
Oh yeah. Steve,
So
Steve plays the one hole and then
so
got
yeah.
out of there. And I was cheesed. I just piped the drive right into the. And then I was like, let me just shoot this. Just
And
to
then
see
Steve has to
what,
hit
I
it.
stuck it. And I'm like, we would have birdied that first hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to do a little like match play or something like that.
Match play, I do that with my brother.
Yeah.
Like we play each hole. Whoever wins, you go up one
That's
or
what
down
you
one.
want to do. You don't want to do the stroke play.
Yeah, it's fun to do match play.
Unless I'm playing like yesterday. No. Like,
And if
shoot.
the three of us go, like what I've done with my dad and my brother, like when we go, is we do match play, and if you win the hole, you get 1 point. Like if you outright win it, but if you
Or you-
tie,
yeah.
you get half a point. So like say we play a hole, I got par, you got bogey, Jeremy got double bogey, I get one, you get
Why does
half,
Jeremy get double bogey?
because that's just the most realistic.
You're a good golfer.
I'm decent. I'm not like great.
He's
the
trying.
The
He-
bright lights, just that day with the cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Hayden's
bright
trying.
Lights,
Yeah.
The bright lights, just
I had a few good shots. It just took
You
me a while
did.
to warm
You
up
did.
and only playing 9 holes, and
And
I
when
was
you're-
talking a lot.
when your partner
Yeah.
isn't shooting well, like it's like you kind of feed off that,
hmm
and then you're both spraying into the woods.
I'm
and
sure
it's
like Jesse has had better days than that too, though.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
tough when
He
the
was
big
nervous.
boys show up.
He was
It's tough when
nervous,
the big
yeah.
boys show up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it is tough. You bring some mojo, and we got
It
it
was a
done.
fun
That
time,
might have
though.
been my first like golf win ever. Like I don't really play matches. That was probably my first match.
That was
So
fun.
I'm 1-0 as a golfer.
I'd like to set up a weekly or maybe
I
like
would-
every other week with
I would
you
love
guys.
to if we could get one of these courses to sponsor it, so I don't have to pay $120 every time. I want to.
Just go to a cheaper course. dude.
Yeah.
What you get a cart? The cheaper courses always charge $30 for the cart.
It's crazy.
If you want my brother to come, then we could get 50% off at his course.
Some guy in my neighborhood, he's like, "Oh, Jeremy, you gonna come out golfing with us every week?" And I'm just like, "Dude, don't you have 3 kids?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Your wife lets you go golfing for like 3 hours every
But he
week?"
probably doesn't play hockey and have kids that play hockey like 6 nights a week.
True.
But
Yeah.
that's you can't sacrifice the hockey though.
No, the kids have jiu-jitsu Tuesday. They got soccer Wednesday. They got jiu-jitsu again.
He's
He's
on
breeding
Thursday.
warriors here.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
He's
We
training
just
warriors.
started that.
Olivia's
That's
putting-
new.
yeah,
That's new. You did
Olivia's
not have-
putting like arm bars on Mason now when they fight.
You did not have them in jiu-jitsu the last time I talked to you.
It's been like 2 months now.
He just hasn't
That's
said
what I'm
it.
saying. That's new.
Yeah. I just haven't brought it up.
That's
Mhm.
probably the best
'Cause
thing. you
He's
could
trying
do
to
for your kids.
silently train them so that
That's
we.
the best thing you could do for your kids.
Yeah. I want Olivia, like, I'm going to be like, "Olivia, show Chippy that thing that you and then she just, like, climbs up you like a spider monkey,
Yeah.
just
Like
like a
a-
rear choke and just takes you down.
A,
And Mason
a jiu-jitsu girl
grabs your ear and
is that would be
Twirls you
scary.
around.
Scary.
grabs your thumb and just flips you.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
hi
Is
Chippy.
Mason doing it?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. And Mason's pretty solid. So it's like some of the kids that have been trained a little more than he has, they're trying to like flip him. And he's just like an anchor.
Yeah.
He's like a boulder. He's like, I'm not
just,
moving.
he's a statue.
He's a statue.
He's a statue.
He's got a lot of McDonald's in
If
there.
you said that in a hockey context, it wouldn't be as nice.
No, he's a
It's like
statue. You can't move him. So I was referring to something that you cannot move.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
a statue anchored into the ground. Was
Yeah.
the best. What was it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Analogy?
Was it an analogy?
Metaphor.
No,
Could be.
metaphor. It's an analogy. Metaphors are different. I don't know why.
No, metaphors are like a metaphor is.
Like-
What's
What
an
is it?
example of a metaphor? I'm trying to think of an example of a metaphor.
Like if you
As big
if you go to the
as-
well too much, you're gonna run out of happiness. Like just like random stuff, but it's more like
And that's not an analogy.
then that's not an analogy. An analogy is making a relation from one thing to another, whereas a metaphor is like just a.
I'm going to look it up.
Say.
And if you're right, I'm going to put my phone away and not mention it.
Like
I do that
a
sometimes.
metaphor is like
Analogy meaning a comparison between two things kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Typically for the
That's
purpose of explaining or clarification. So a metaphor, I guess, is more.
Look up a
let's look up
metaphor now.
metaphor.
Yeah.
So I think analogy is a comparison between two things, but a metaphor is more like.
Just look it up.
I know.
And I was good at English.
It's
like, I'm
it's
like,
it's more fun to guess first.
a metaphor.
Hey,
Okay,
I already said
a,
what
a
it is.
metaphor is like, what's a metaphor?
Here it is. This is what I'm trying to say. So a
A metaphor
metaphor.
is a metaphor.
No, a metaphor is more like fiction. You know what I mean? It's not a true analogy between two things. It's like a made up. Like you have to kind of figure it out your own.
Read between the
Anyways,
lines type thing.
yes.
Yeah.
So a metaphor
Yeah,
is a
too.
figure of speech that describes an object or action in a way that isn't literally true. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Mm.
Figures like you got to
Figure
read
of
between the
speech.
lines.
So let's do an example of a metaphor.
Mm.
Like,
I have so many.
This is a good English exercise.
What's down in the well comes up in the bucket.
what's down in the well? That's okay.
What's down in the well comes up in the bucket. It's a metaphor for your personality.
You can make it
You
a
know what I mean?
metaphor for many things.
That's the thing. It can mean what you want, but
Yeah.
what's in the well comes up in the bucket. It's like the type of person you are will eventually arise. You can't hide your true self,
Mhm.
right? If you have issues,
That's good.
eventually it comes up in the bucket. What's down in the well comes up in the bucket.
I get it now.
Oh. The apple
Light
doesn't
bulb.
fall far from the tree,
Light bulb, Chippy.
right?
Why
That's a
not?
metaphor. Apple does not fall far from the tree.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That's how you get two birds stoned.
You got to be extremely intelligent to speak in metaphors.
That is true.
I like that. We should change that saying.
what that-
Two birds with one
what's that-
stone.
what's that-
That's how you get two birds stoned.
Bro- hey brother. You know the hey brother guy?
Hello, brother.
Stitch.
Hello, brother.
Sketch.
No,
Sketch.
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 Stitch.
He just speaks in metaphors. He's a lot more
Mm.
intelligent
Yeah.
than people even realize. 'cause
Yeah.
He just speaks in metaphors.
He's
Non-stop.
hilarious.
He's
Non-stop.
hilarious.
Hello,
it's
brother.
Off the cuff. That's difficult to do.
And that's why he has quickly been propelled into stardom. Is he's have so many sayings.
Yeah, he just says.
People watch him
you're
just for like.
oh, and then
what's
you
he gonna
actually listen to
create?
what he says. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's actually like,
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah.
What do we have in the drink today?
Oh.
Jerry's got pickles in there today.
Drink time. Drink time.
What
No,
is
it looks like.
What's in Jeremy's drink? I'll tell you what.
that's the episode.
Can I say?
It's not really the same, is
Is
it?
it? I can't.
Go for it, Hayden.
What I see is water.
You don't see Miller's Dairy fresh Jersey milk.
It's definitely not milk.
Okay.
It's a milk jug,
Mhm.
which is just elite, I must add.
Glass bottle.
Glass bottle.
Keeps
To
it
drink
chilly.
water from a glass bottle,
Mm.
it makes it feel that much more
Oh my
authentic.
gosh.
So he's got it's condensating right now, so it looks very appetizing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like some green, which obviously is mint,
Right from the garden.
fresh mint.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
picked
is
it
it
this morning.
spearmint, or is there a different breed of mint?
There's probably like 50 different mints.
Right. So I'm interested. Do you know what that one is?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Okay, let's go with spearmint.
Sure.
He's got some strawberries,
That's
There's
true.
strawberries in there.
Strawberry mint.
strawberry mint, and if I were to guess, it's not water from the tap.
Oh.
It's
Mm,
not water
Right
from the fridge.
Right from the flowing river, isn't it?
I got it. I scooped it from the ditch.
Jeremy
Because
told me
there's-
about this
there's
earlier.
more microbes.
That's how I know.
Hey, there's more microbes if you get it right from the ditch.
Did you?
No, I got it. So
I would believe you doing that.
You know what?
We're-
It
we're-
wouldn't be
we're-
that far
we're pretty
off.
close.
Digging a well or something in the back.
Here, I've been thinking about digging a well to do a cold plunge, an endless supply of
To
cold
see what
plunge.
comes up in the
No,
well.
no,
Are you still doing your cold plunges?
I am. Yeah, I just did one yesterday. It was amazing. It is transformative, if I may say so.
Mm.
The mental clarity you have when you're just freezing in a tub of water.
You can only think about one thing,
Your breath.
and then once you accept it, then you can think about what you exactly want to. Right?
In the cold plunge, I was thinking how you have to stay calm, even if it feels like you're being attacked, because that's what it's like. You're getting attacked from all angles with this coldness,
Mm-hmm.
right? And calmness is the answer. It's the way out, right? So I'm in there, and I think of in my life when I feel like I'm being overwhelmed, like I can't lash out. I have to just breathe, right? Because in the cold plunges, you take those deep breaths
Mm-hmm.
and focus, and you know that it will pass. That feeling will pass, and accept it. And then once you accept it, it's okay, and then it's not that bad.
So, everyone says like cold plunges are amazing.
Yep.
But what about the stress you're putting on your body?
Healthy
every
stress,
time?
right?
Is it?
Here's the
Every
thing.
day putting yourself in a ice cold
So
stress.
it's supposed to be that the ice cold is great for anti-inflammatory,
Yeah.
and apparently a lot of people inflammation is a cause of a lot of things that are not good. It's awesome for your muscles, that's for sure,
Yeah.
for like muscle strains and all that stuff, but also for a host of other things. I'm not going to try to claim to be an expert on cold plunges or that dipping your butt into cold water every day is going to cure everything.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person too.
And my favorite thing about it,
Yeah.
yes, it definitely
Like
depends.
if you have like some heart condition or something, it's probably not good
Yeah.
for you, you know.
And
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
there's been studies, you can look it up, but
Yeah.
my favorite thing about it is just the mental
Mhm.
resilience that it builds, right? I think people in general aren't exposed to enough
Stresses.
stresses and
Like physical stresses.
yeah, I mean everyone wants everything to be comfortable.
People listening, I beg to differ.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's probably
Well,
right.
that's why I was
I
like
beg
physical
to
stresses. Like you're
differ.
like willingly putting yourself through stresses and
Something-
accepting
I think it's
it,
like
you know?
doing something you don't.
So
want
yeah.
to do.
That's
It's
more
like-
it.
it's
That's
like
more it.
discipline. like-
People are the people listening. They are exposed to a lot of hardships
Yeah.
and worries and
People
and
don't go
stresses.
through enough stress these days.
Yeah, you need to throw yourself.
No one
in a
struggles
freezing
anymore.
Cold tub just to add some more stress to your day.
Okay, so
I think it helps you manage your other stressful situations.
that's it.
If
So-
you
Right.
can handle this bath
It's a win.
that's
Yeah.
freezing, that's just horrible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can handle your kid spilling some yogurt on the
yeah.
on the counter.
So people don't want the stress. They fight the stress. They complain about it. And in this situation, it's like I'm willingly
You are
putting myself
choosing
in.
to-
I'm choosing it, and then pushing my mind to accept it and allow it.
Mhm.
And it kind of builds some mental resilience.
Yes, so it's like it's almost a little bit psychotic.
It is, yeah,
Like, and that's what I used to do with the.
yeah.
Is I'd put myself through
Mm.
that just to see if I could overcome what it would happen to me.
Yeah.
But is that healthy? I don't know.
As long
Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know, it's you're discovering yourself. And
I
your
thought,
body.
yeah. So I think I learned a lot from that
Mm.
time. But I'm also like, people like do say like, oh, like that's kind of.
Mhm.
But I'll be like, but I was experimenting with my mind.
Right?
Everyone has a different path to understanding
As
themselves.
long as you don't become like you need it. Like if I
Yeah.
can't go on my day without getting the cold plunge,
Mm.
it's like, oh, then it's obviously not good for me because you like if I have a mental breakdown at noon because I didn't do a cold plunge at 8 a.m. That's not good.
No.
Now I've become reliant on it.
No, mental breakdowns are
Yeah.
never good. I don't
Right.
think anything good about a mental breakdown,
No.
except for the fact that you can rebuild from the breakdown.
So yeah,
It's an
that's
opportunity.
and
Crying's good.
This episode is brought to you by Muskoka Brewery.
oh, one of my favorite craft brewer, Muskoka Brewery. You can get this delicious beer made in Muskoka pretty much everywhere. Is it LCBO beer store?
In a grocery
stores.
store, yeah. And what beer are we talking about here, Jer?
Well, they got the Tread Lightly, which is their light beer. It's like a light lager,
Mm-hmm.
and they have dropped the price. It used to be a premium case, and now it is pretty comparable in price to all the other guys that you normally buy. Definitely recommend picking up that Tread Lightly. Great tasting local craft beer, and they actually just came out with another option, the Veer, which is a non-alcoholic beer. I love this actually
I'm excited to try that.
because I don't always, I'm trying to cut back on the alcohol a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a hazy IPA Veer.
I see here in the show notes something about 78% of people that drink alcohol also drink non-alcoholic drinks as a promotion of healthy lifestyle.
It's
That's where I'm
smart.
at over here. The
Yeah.
non-alcoholic drinks.
Hey, take a couple days off and grab the non-alcoholic version,
Jeez.
right? Maybe that's your week.
All ingredients made in Muskoka.
Yeah, all natural, dude.
Jeez.
So huge thanks to Muskoka Brewery for sponsoring the pod, and grab yourself some Tread Lightly or some non-alcoholic
the
beer.
Veer.
Available at LCBO Beer Store. Let's get back to the pod.
And I think about kids as well. It's like parents try to give everything to their children and give them no hardships in life, but then they grow up to be soft
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
need.
Kids
Ma-
don't go
Mace
through enough
better be in
stress
that
now.
cold tub
Yeah.
every day.
Hey, you got to stress your kids out a little bit.
You
Better be
ah,
Give them some hardships.
Jiu-jitsu and cold tubs.
exactly.
Traded a couple killers over here. At the club. We're doing-
Yeah, they wake up to whistles and hockey pucks.
No, I
and-
get the garbage can
my
at
God.
0 dark 30. and I'm dunk,
Zero
dunk,
dark 30.
dunk, dunk, just
Yeah.
banging that.
You know what?
It's pull-up time.
Let's
Get
make
on the bar.
Like they should take their mattresses away too. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard
They
it's good
sleep
to
on a bed of
on
nails.
stiff board.
Yeah, it's a bed of nails.
Kids don't need a mattress.
Sleep on a bed of
Stop.
nails until
Soft.
2:30. That's
Stop. My
workout
kids
time.
Don't get a,
No.
Kids
get a
don't go through
mattress.
enough stress
My kid
nowadays.
sleeps on the floor, no bed.
I don't even cook their oatmeal. If they want that nutrient, they got to chew it out of the grain themselves.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, they're whipping up their own meals as well.
You got to grind those oats by hand.
You hungry?
Nine.
You hungry? I hear there's rabbits in the woods.
Yeah, go catch them.
It's actually probably so much better to like do that though. Like just make your kids do everything.
Wow, giving them jobs and chores does.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like you have to cook your own meal if you want to eat. Cook your own meal. At age
There's a limit, but
cook your own meal.
I don't disagree.
I feel like we would make savage kids. 'Cause
Mason.
now the kids can't even.
What do they
No
have?
one, no one could cook anymore.
Mason's
We've
9,
lo-
Olivia's 7. They get their own
We've
breakfast.
lost the long lost art of cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, people cook, but I think most people don't know how to cook now.
Dude, Mason was making his own eggs when he was like 6.
Yeah, cooking used to be like a thing you passed
Well,
down.
I mean,
through
that's how you
generations,
survive.
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
eating and cooking.
Mhm.
Now we don't even know how to do that.
That leads me.
I know how to cook.
I mean, do you though?
Yeah,
A little bit. Like, are you?
I don't know how to cleave my own
Are you
meat
using
though.
seasoning?
So
Yes.
that leads me to
Like
the
seasoning on your chicken?
comfort level. Everything is so easy and accessible and comfortable and done for you that
Yes,
like
yes.
people don't really pass on life skills as much as they should, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
100%.
brings me to my sauna thought.
Okay, we're here now.
And now here I am talking about people need more stress. I'm like, I'm in the sauna and my cold plunge.
Detoxing.
No, it actually is kind of funny because I'm lucky to have those things, but we're kind of in a situation where we'll go back, say, a few thousand years. You were exposed to cold when it was cold and heat when it was heat, but we can be basically in a perfectly air conditioned, like if you have an office job,
Mm-hmm.
your car is air conditioned, your house is air conditioned, your office job is air conditioned, and then you get in your car, it's air conditioned, back in your house, you never experience anything beyond a certain degree of temperature.
You're not shocking the system.
Right.
You're not shocking the system, which you need
Your
to do.
body isn't
Shock
feeling
the
what it was
system.
built to feel. So then it's gotten to the point where we have to artificially introduce it with a sauna and a cold plunge. I'm here so well off,
Right.
right? That I have to put
Hey,
myself
Jared,
in
go live by a pond so you can have water.
That's exactly it. So I'm in the sauna and I have the thought of everything that we need, the earth provides to us.
Mm.
Think of everything on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
The earth provides everything it needs. A crow, any animal, everything except for humans.
I was just gonna say I would argue that the communication of humans is the one thing the Earth doesn't give to you. The actual humans, you need people to interact with. And that's not.
But that's no, but you have humans here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You're saying, yeah. So
we literally don't need anything that we have, that we crave, that we want, that we strive for, that we stress about. You could honestly live just off the land. It wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be comfortable.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Right. And there are still tribes out there that live just off the land.
Mm-hmm.
And in Canada, for sure, we'd have to follow like a herd of caribou or something through the winter to get the food that you need.
And the clothing and everything.
Oh, you make it
Yeah.
out of like the skin, but like literally, like for however many years.
And we don't even need to like eat every day.
No, that's
Like,
fasting doesn't
We've
exist
created
anymore.
this like
That's another artificial.
every 2 hours we're hungry.
Yeah.
Whereas like you could go 6 days
It's-
without food. I mean,
It's because the ultra processed foods have very few nutrients in them.
It's like the increased blood sugar levels that makes you feel hungry every
Yep.
2 hours. Whereas like
And you eat something that looks like food and it's big, but it actually has no real nutrients in it. By the time your body breaks it down, it's got a quick flash, and then it's like I need more.
yeah.
Or if you eat real food, and we don't fast anymore, which is another healthy stress,
Well,
like
it's also
cold heat.
it's also like
fasting,
that's why breakfast like everyone
exercise.
says breakfast is like the most important meal. I think breakfast is a little bit of
It's a
a
scam.
It's a marketing
Scam.
ploy.
because back in the day, like you wake up, like you should like have to work for your food.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't just wake up.
Go
And then
go catch the
eat something.
rabbits.
Like
Go
you had to
catch a
go
rabbit.
hunt. Back in the day, you had to go hunt for your food in the morning. Like you wake up and have to go be physical,
Mm-hmm.
like earn your food. Now we're
Might
just
not
like,
eat until nighttime.
exactly. You have to go, but like the idea of like having to do something physical before you can, like it's like a reward for eating. Now it's like eating without doing anything to earn the food.
What?
You know,
What?
does that, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%.
Like that's why it's like do push-ups before you like have
Yeah.
breakfast. Like you should do
Trying to
something
recreate the
something
caveman
physical
lifestyle.
before you just go down there and put a McMuffin down the hatch.
Do you think? Do you think McDavid's rocking a
Fast?
breakfast,
Is he fasting?
or does he
I don't
wait
think.
till lunch?
I don't. I feel like
Because I feel like to operate like as a to be a like think about it, the best hunters back in the day would probably also be the most fit and the most able to keep catching food because they have the nutrients they need to keep hunting well. Whereas like the bad ones are the ones that they might go a couple days before they catch something.
They're eating the scraps.
You know,
yeah, like obviously the more you eat, the bigger and more muscles you're gonna get. But like what the body is so capable of so many like amazing things I don't think we're like aware of. Like, what could we go like what 3 weeks without food or something? Like, what's like the
Food, I think it's like
a month?
28 days without food, and like
But we feel like we'd eat every 2 hours. when we're awake, but we could go.
you would
20
be severely like
Yes,
malnutrition
but,
and like
like-
lose a ton of weight at that
yes,
rate.
Yeah, don't go 28 days.
No,
without
don't.
food, okay? But the
Yeah.
body is capable of so much that, like even like replenishing itself. Like
So we should not feed our kids for a couple days, like Mason and Olivia. Jiu-jitsu,
yeah,
sleep on a bed of nails, cold plunge.
Give 'em
You don't
some
eat for
water.
2 days.
some water.
I think that one of the
Kids
most
are gonna get taken away.
one of the most fulfilling things you can accomplish in life is like continuing to understand what your body's capable of,
And I think we
like
don't
in
even,
any way,
we're
shape, or
not even
form.
close to understanding
Mm-hmm.
the power. Like the power. Like, it's kind of the power of the mind. I actually went to this. It's called Nexus. It's like a biohacking where they do like red light therapy,
Nice.
frequencies.
Yep.
You should check it out. Actually, they would love to have you through and just like test.
I've heard of that
They
stuff.
put like
A breathing.
oxygen through, getting all your cells replenished, and it's like a whole biohacking. You would love it. It's just, they just opened up in Barrie.
Oh, sweet, Barry.
Yeah, it's dope.
Okay.
It's right by my gym.
Nice.
And it was really cool just like listening. She's a doctor, and she was just explaining how like the body can heal itself on a lot of things.
It's meant to.
Like
yeah.
we're feeding these what is it? We're giving people drugs and all this
Yeah.
stuff when in reality if you get your mind on a frequency and like focus on healing like your thoughts. And
Your thoughts can have a negative or positive.
I also
impact.
read I was on TikTok, I was in a deep loop, but the CIA, there's like the CIA document where it talks about how essentially the mind can like heal something. Like I think it was like it was a legit document. Like I have the document, but if you think about this number like 55515 and it's like a pain point in your body. I don't know if this is legit,
That's
but
crazy.
this is the kind of stuff I'm on. Like this is the kind of stuff I'm researching about the mind and like
This is your deep,
like
dark
being able, like
dive.
if you have like a pain or like a
It's like a binary system of like 55515
Dude, that's
is the
everything's
knee.
a binary system, bro. Your whole
217 is the
Yeah, bro.
shoulder.
No, it's like
Yeah.
I think it's like if you focus on like visualizing like healing the pain point
Yep.
in bro, like the mind
Okay,
is so,
so
capable.
I'll add to that. I went to UWO, Western
Boy, I
University
sound like
Western.
a crazy person right now.
A little
But
crazy.
I believe it. But I am crazy.
551.
The CIA put a chip in my brain.
No, the CIA has this document where it's like talks all about the mind and like frequencies and energy.
I'll add to it. I'll add a little something. So I did a year at Western. I learned out I'm not a book read and learning type of guy. More of a hands-on creative type.
You
but
can read too.
I know.
You are what you tell yourself. That's what the CIA talks about. The thoughts
Yeah.
that you are and the frequency you're on is what you are.
Hey,
So-
I went hard. I studied every textbook. I went to every lecture. I learned about, Freud and Karl Marx and all the theories and this and that, and I completed it. But then I'm like, don't really like it. I don't really want to be a psychologist. I enjoy the topic, but it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So in one of the classes, they were talking about, the powers of the mind and stuff like that. And visualization does work. So they had, they do double-blind studies, all this stuff, control groups. They had one group of patients that were recovering or like healing. They showed them a video about how white blood cells and red blood cells work and all that, and then had them visualize the body creating more, I think it was white blood cells, to heal.
Yes.
And the other group, they didn't do that. And the group that was visualizing creating white blood cells created more white blood
That's
cells.
what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
So like if you visualize like a pain or like you have something, like just visualize exactly your body healing that area.
Mm-hmm.
So if your mind over
Like,
matter,
and I don't know. This could apply to anything. This could apply to some of the worst diseases ever. Like this, like what's the mind capable of? Like healing itself. Like there's miracles where people talk about, oh, this person was supposed to
Yeah.
pass away and their body miraculously healed, but maybe
And-
it's because they spiritually got to another level.
and 100%, like if you're say in a tough spot and just mentally you're like, it's over for me, I'm done. Your body will
your
just
body's
stop.
now creating that it's
Right?
inside
Sure.
yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not going to be as good as if you say, I am not going to let
like
this beat me.
affirmations and
Yeah.
like positive.
That's going to be better for
thinking
you mentally and
is-
physically.
There's a
like-
movie with Robin Williams. I forget what it's called, but he
Shout
was
out
a
to Robin
doc.
Williams,
He
legend.
was
Puts a
becoming.
little red clown nose on and he's
Yeah,
laughter.
you
and
know
he
the
feels
movie I'm
good.
talking
Yeah.
about. I can't remember what it's.
Laughter, yeah.
But it's like he's
Laughter's the best medicine.
yeah, and that was like the
Something
moral
Adams.
of that.
Something
Oh,
Adams.
yeah, that sounds.
Why do you think I do what I do?
I
We're
forget.
healing the people out here, brother.
Go.
We're healing the people with one laugh at a time,
There
man.
we go.
Healing like laughter is like one of the highest frequency
Mm-hmm.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
It's a
movie.
Good movie.
But
Yeah.
yes, that this document, the CIA document, was talking about all this cool stuff, and it's for the public. Go read it. It's insane. Like the research they've done.
Mm.
That I'm interested in that
Did it
stuff.
Talk about anything about wearing the same.
Like manifestation. It talks about manifestation and like bringing like creating things in the mind and bringing
Right.
it into the physical realm.
I think
It's
that
insane.
is accurate, but not for the reason some people think it's accurate. Let me go deeper.
Like
If, say, I want something so superficial as I want to make more money. So
you
I
are money. I guess like it's like you are
let me just go off here.
everything.
Say
No, I could be here. I want to go off too, though.
say
I'm listening.
you wait.
I'm listening.
Say it's something very superficial. I want more money. So you're gonna manifest more money. So you
So that's a tough. So that affirmation, I want more money. I have a lot of money. Like changing your, it's the idea of like magnetizing what you think about, right? So when you say I want, you're coming from a place of lack,
Mm-hmm.
where like it's like changing the way you affirm. I have.
Okay, before we get
I
away
have
from this,
I
let me
have
make
an
a point.
abundance of money.
Let me make a point.
Yes, so like that would
Let
be
me
how
let
you
me
attract-
speak
if
from the
you wanna
beginning to
attract
the
money,
end.
If you
Okay?
want to attract money,
I'm not talking about that.
I have a lot of money.
I'm trying to make a point, and I have to say it from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
You were talking about manifest.
Jerry's saying that. Jerry's saying that. Okay, go.
I did say it.
Yeah, I know, but you interrupted a lot as well, so I'm just saying that.
I know, but I just asked.
But
you.
now I'm gonna listen and give you the floor.
Thank you. So you say you want some money, right? So you're going to manifest that. I'm going to bring it into this world by just thinking about it. And that's all you think about. And you have pictures of it on your wall and this and that. And then all of a sudden you start making more money. It's like, oh, I manifested it. I created it by thinking it into existence. And then you say, well, I can just think of a Ferrari and then I get a Ferrari. I think what's really happening is your mind is just more focused on it. So then any opportunities that approach, you then gravitate towards them. So you're not really like manifesting, like creating it. It's just because you're thinking about it more often. Obviously, you're going to put more of your attention and your thought and your efforts into that one thing. But I'd say thinking just about money is not a good thing to think of.
No.
Think of something more wholesome.
No, yeah,
right?
you know what I mean. But like, a lot of people, that's their goal. They want to make more money, and so I think it's like being on the right frequency to have that money.
It's like
Does that make sense? Like,
I think what you're saying is like
money is energy.
the difference between manifesting and obsessing, right? Like, so you can obsess over getting something
Mhm.
and like having something come in your
But that
life,
might
or
not
you
be
can,
even- yeah.
or you can manifest that you already have everything you need.
Ah,
And if you accept that you have everything you need, then all of a sudden there's more things that you don't need that come because you're comfortable with what you have, you know?
yeah. Well, I'd say that's way better.
and I feel,
It's a way more holistic way of
Yeah, it's holistic. I like
Yeah.
that.
so what I'm trying to say with like the manifestation, I
Yep.
read a lot about this, and
Yep.
I think it's interesting topic, but it's like the affirmations of the word. It's like you have to be at the frequency that you already have what you want.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Like,
Okay, let's
like I'm already on living at a compound by the ocean with
ah
a beautiful view.
yeah
I am sitting there right now in my mind, like I am there
yeah
visually.
Yeah.
And that's what's like that picture is being because all you are is like you're like you're a satellite receiver of thoughts from the universe. You don't know where your next thought is. You don't know like you are being fed thoughts by the universe by this intelligence.
Yeah.
And the frequency, like if you're always saying I want to be it, like you're always not gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Because you're accepting that you aren't already.
I get what you're talking about.
Accepting that you
So
aren't. So
you-
you have to like be.
Yeah.
You already accept that
It's
reality.
interesting.
that makes
like
a lot of
today.
sense because then when the chance comes for something like that to happen, you won't be scared. It feels like you're already there. You have that confidence to take that action and build your way up towards actually achieving it.
Like the visualization is that you're there.
Yeah.
You are already have it.
So let's think about something more simple, a girlfriend. You want to get a girlfriend.
Yeah, you could visualize.
You think about it. And then, which makes a lot of sense because if you're thinking about that, visualizing, it feels normal to
What it
you.
feels like to have a girlfriend. What
Right.
it feels like to have someone there.
And then,
And you already have it.
when the
you already
chance
have it.
comes, you won't be awkward, weird, say dumb stuff. You'll
Because
be
you already
more relaxed.
are on that frequency
Yeah.
that is able to attract that.
Right.
Mhm.
Which is like interesting, and I'm really into this like manifestation and like and stuff like that. But yeah, it is. It's like if you want to be a rock star,
Yeah.
it's like I have to embody that already.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like you have to, and that's what kind of what style and flow was. Like if
Yeah.
I like want to be a rock star, I probably have to have a lot of style and flow. Or if I want to be a little,
If
Mhm.
if you are envisioning yourself as a rock star, you are naturally observing and kind of seeing other rock stars and how they act and how they move, and you're going to start sort of copying them a little bit, taking on some of their personas, their actions, and then you just naturally start being a bit more of a rock star. And when the chance comes, you're like, I am one.
yeah. Like I've had a couple of moments where I've been like visualizing, and I'm like I'm actually like it's like it's like meditation. You should like I'll just like sit there and like visualize, and like you can get into this realm in your head of you're actually there. Like I don't know if you guys ever done that, like a deep visualization where it literally feels
I just
real.
visualize how I have to cut the grass.
Yeah. But this I'm just saying this visualization technique.
That's good. No, it is. It is.
It's powerful. Yeah.
Was it Olympic skiers? Actually, tons of athletes, but the Olympic skiers is like a good example. Doing dynamic imagery, so they're at the top of the ski run, and visualization is just visualizing going down the course. Dynamic is you're also moving
Mm.
as you visualize, and the ones that do that, they're activating the same part of the brain as if they're actually doing it. So
Yes.
they can stand at the top of the hill, go through their course like 3 or 4 times, then they go down, they're going to get a better score because they've already done it 3 times basically.
That's like doing their test laps for like F1 and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, like doing the trial laps at, even if it's not at full speed, it's like you're already living it, you know?
Yeah.
So they already.
Well, like even like a putt, like I'm going to make a putt. Like I've had ones where I'm just like I'm just like seeing it go in,
Mhm.
and then it goes in, and you're like, oh.
I tested this on the ice with a bunch of like 7 or 8-year-olds. We set them up on different circles and they had to shoot the puck into
This
the
is good
net.
because my next thing was I want to see how you guys would apply this to someone who wants to either get better at hockey to be able to even play it,
Yep.
or someone who's like has aspirations to make the NHL.
I will take you there. All right. So I was reading about this in one of the many performance books that I used to read back in the day. And I was like, all right, let's try this visualization thing out, battle test it. Group of 8-year-olds on one face-off dot, another group of 8-year-olds on another face-off dot. We got a coach managing this group, and I'm the coach managing this group. And I say to all these kids, and they're about the same skill level, no superstars on my side type of thing.
You didn't stack the sides.
No,
to
I didn't
prove the
stack my
study was
sides.
true. It's like here you come over here, you go over there. Yeah.
We got an
Squares
equal.
on this side.
We had an equal group of guppies out there. I tell them all right, guys, before you take your shot, I want you to close your eyes, see the puck going into the net, see yourself like in vivid detail how you're contacting the puck, watch it go in, watch you move your stick, go through it 5 or 6 times, take the shot over and over. And you know what's funny is that a lot of times when you visualize things, you visualize yourself making mistakes. Why?
Yeah, you visualize
Why?
yourself missing it.
Why would you you're in control, but you still make yourself make. I was like, don't make mistakes. See it perfect, right down the middle. And sure enough, my group, like 70% success rate. They're all putting the puck in, and these guys are missing 2 feet wide, 2 feet wide,
Did you
3.
tell them the other team to like visualize missing?
No, I just
So that would have been a cool study.
try to. Everyone close your eyes and pretend you missed the net by 10
visualize
feet.
missing the net.
Yeah.
Don't.
Just plant the seed, right?
Yeah, like how like crazy is that thought?
So my group of 8-year-olds did better, and that's a very circumstantial type one-off.
No, you should write a paper on it. It's
No, but it
I'm
is.
gonna publish. It's gonna be published in a scientific journal tomorrow.
mhm,
Yeah, visualizing what you want to happen, and maybe it just will happen.
mhm.
Talking about the seeing yourself as already being there,
Yeah.
seeing yourself as a rock star.
Yeah.
I would say if that's how you felt, and then you start seeing yourself, I am a rock star, you would start doing more rock star things instead of playing video games. You'd be like, it's not really a rock star thing. I'm gonna practice.
Well, that's all
I'm gonna pick up my guitar and
I'm
jam.
gonna, sometimes I will stand. I'll walk through my house like I'm on stage,
Right.
like freestyling in front of like 100,000 people.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
already there. Like, and I'm like, I'm already here.
Yeah.
Like I'm already here.
You know
Oh.
you know why that? I think I know why that works for most people. Like anyone that becomes successful in anything already understands who they are.
It's like
As a
inevitable.
person.
It's like it's
Because
it's
they already are
inevitable-
that
It's
person.
inevitable. It's gonna happen.
Like
if
you look at someone who's like their whole life they're like, I'm already like an A-list actor. You know,
Right.
like they just
It's inevitable.
they just that's who they are.
Already written.
And they're just going down the path to that.
That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to make like if that's like if you believe that,
Mhm.
like you're taking that belief and it's like it becomes inevitable that will happen if I just keep.
Yeah. And like people that are like super creative, quirky, different, but they're true to who they are and they understand and they're like, I'm already like an artist, like a successful artist with a show wall and stuff, you know? It's like they're just going down that path.
And you keep going and it's
Yeah.
like taking that risk, not necessarily risk, but like taking that belief that
It doesn't even feel like a risk if that's what you are.
because you
Yeah.
already know it and it's like
Mhm.
So this has been studied, and I've got. I think I wrote it down.
I took 6 8-year-olds on one side, and
No.
6 8-year-olds.
No. No, they were 5.5.
Studied
5
by
and a
me.
half. No, I think I was checking my phone to see if I had the notes there. I used to take notes in my little purple notebook, so I think it's in that one.
Mm.
But basically, the study is on what is the most important thing that determines if a child is going to be successful at something. Is it how many hours they practice, or is it who their coach is, or are they left-handed, right-handed, all these things, right?
Mhm.
Turns out that the single easiest determining factor on if a child will be successful is if they believe in themselves.
Right.
yes.
Do they think they can do it? If you start 50 kids and 10 of them think they can't do it right from the start, they tell themselves that over and over. And the ones that think, and this goes back to
It's like an
seeing
algorithm.
yourself,
Your thoughts are
right?
an algorithm, bro.
Right? So the ones that don't believe in themselves, they can do the same amount of practice
Mm.
and do the exact same drills, but they don't think that they can do it, and they don't think they're going to be good enough, so they don't try as hard,
In that
and
chatter
they
in
don't
your
put as much
brain,
effort
yeah.
in. And the ones that truly believe in
Well,
themselves,
because it's a protective mechanism,
Yeah.
right? If you don't believe that you can be successful,
Yeah.
then you're gonna all of a sudden start proving that you can't be successful because of all these things.
So
Yeah.
it's like
So it's
a-
like, oh,
a
why
program.
bother?
It's a
Why
program.
bother?
Like it's like and if you're
Yeah.
in that state, you have to reprogram your thoughts and your mind. And I had to do that.
Yeah.
4 years ago, I was lost, didn't know what I wanted to do, was not successful in any which way.
Yep.
And I had to literally like reprogram my mind to think positively. Like every day, I would catch myself in a negative thought,
Self-doubt.
and I would change it to positive. Oh, I could just think about
Yeah.
I can change.
Yep.
But I had to consciously every
takes
time
time.
I
Yeah.
just kept falling in negative thought loops, and I would have to catch it, and then catch it again.
You
And
got to disagree with yourself.
you got to catch it. You got to catch it and think positive, and like switch.
There's that negative thought in your head, and you're like, who said that? Hey, who said that?
And then they then think it's something positive.
You realize that there's
Today's a great day. I'll go. Today's a great day. Today's a great day.
Mhm.
and why does that even exist? Why is that?
You have to reprogram that negative thought loop because you will just get caught there, and then you live in a negative reality. Your frequency's low. You attract low energy people, or you don't attract anyone at all because you're just by yourself, and like that detracts itself.
Yeah.
And it's like if you can just switch and start catching those negative loops, like your thoughts,
huge. It's
and
huge.
create an algorithm, which we're a frequency, and we're operating here, and we're energy.
As I think at the time when I read that book, I was coaching like a group of peewee hockey kids, and I'm thinking, oh, I just need to teach them how to skate, shoot, stick handle, easy, simple stuff. I'm like, okay, belief. I need to get these kids to believe in themselves. So when they come to practice,
It's like Ted Lasso. If anyone's seen,
I haven't watched it.
Like
Great
I'm
show.
like we need to get like a coach a team. Like, I want to coach a team, and I want to get
It's the best, dude.
I want to get these kids believing in themselves, positive affirmations.
Oh, man, it's
before
awesome.
Every practice, like just abundance mindset, and there's an abundance of opportunity.
Love that.
Nothing that is being taught to these kids right now. I would just get these kids believing in themselves so wholeheartedly that it's insane. And I can't even believe that this stuff's not being taught to these kids.
So I had a kid on my
These
team.
kids would be believing in themselves to just another level, believing in the team, believing in the unit.
It's great.
Oh,
We had one kid, super confident, comes down, not the best skater, stick handler, or shooter at the time, but very confident. And he gets the puck on a breakaway, full on break. And the goalie on the other team wasn't that great.
Right.
He had the opportunity to shoot it into the net. Does he? No. Full on breakaway. He's coming straight, dead at the goalie. He puts the puck between his legs, right? Tries to do the through the legs shot.
Yeah.
Trips himself and shoots the puck into the corner, falls over and slides into the goalie. Yeah. And
boy, did he ever believe.
oh, he believed that he could do it for sure. And his dad was howling in the stands. I heard a visual coming from like across the arena. I was like, I tried to hide I was like, I put.
Hey, at least he's got a dad that can laugh at him and not be like,
Oh, it
"You
was
don't do
great.
that.
It
You
was-
shoot the puck."
It was great. No, but when the kids did something, there was another kid on our team that he didn't really. He had good hands, but he wouldn't really use them that often. And whenever he had a nice move, I was like, dude, I want more of that. Use that. That move that you just did right there, it worked. You cooked that kid. Do that 3 more times this game, right? And I kept pumping him up and pumping him up. I think I told this story before, but
Yeah, I remember.
in our championship game, he scored a hattie. After he finally like blossomed last month, he really like started developing, like
believing in
flourishing.
himself,
Yeah,
getting that
he can do it,
confidence
right?
and, like,
Yeah, it's like he's thinking, oh well, no one else is doing that, so I shouldn't be. But having a coach that recognizes something that a kid is good at and encouraging it more
And-
is like the
it's
best
not
thing
being
you
a
could
soft coach. It's like
No.
Yeah.
literally having to realize what kind of brainwashing these kids have gone through.
You got
and
to
it's like,
brainwash him the other way.
You got to brainwash them the other way. Positive.
That's what I'm doing. Like, and I'm finding
positive thinking matter, and like the chirping, and like hockey culture is all about my team ain't chirping nobody. My team, all we do is bring each other up, and that's what
Yeah.
I would say to guys.
Yeah.
If I hear any negative talk in this room, we only keep it positive in here. Positive thoughts allowed, only positive speaking, only uplifting. If you're gonna say something, it's uplifting. Oh, and you just have their thoughts in such a
vibrating on that high
it
frequency.
would terrify these other teams because we're just operating at such a high frequency. We're teaching social skills on this team.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna look. If someone says "good game," you look back at them and say "thank you."
Well, you know what,
Appreciate that.
Chippy, I got
That's
a real.
what I was taught. If anyone said "good game" to me, I would look at the parent and I would say "thank you."
I got a real opportunity for you, because I have been named.
I'm about to be the greatest minor hockey coach in the history of in the world.
I've been
I'm
named
serious.
the head coach of the U11 team. Looking for an assistant. Could hop
I'm
on the
about
bench.
to be the greatest.
Just overlooked me.
What is it?
No.
What is it? What league?
I don't want to dox it. I want to
Okay,
have
okay.
Millions of people coming out to every game.
I know.
They're not equipped to
That's-
handle
I-
that kind
but
of
I
press.
also, I
you
also
know?
know that kind of commitment's a lot.
Are you're AAA only?
It'll be the first
You're
U11.
you're only coaching if it's OHL or
okay?
above, eh?
It'll be the first U11 single A team to sell out Scotiabank Arena.
I want to be the greatest minor hockey. I know I'd be the greatest minor hockey coach. Am I running? Do I know the system? I'm hiring someone for the system stuff. And I still know the systems, but
Mm.
it's the mental attitude That is just what's going to take. Like that's what makes a championship team is the team that believes.
Start now, work your
that
way
they're
up.
going to win.
Exactly.
Hey, by the time you're 45, you could
Yeah,
be coaching
yeah.
the NHL.
You got to start.
I'll come in. I'll come in for a couple games. Can't commit to every game.
Oh, you got to be there, everyone. Kids got to believe in you.
If you don't believe in them, they're not
The
gonna believe
kids
in you.
don't care how much you know until they know
I
how
don't
much
know
you
if I
care.
can go out to
Ooh,
Beaton
that's a good one.
on a Tuesday night. I don't know where you guys are playing, but I don't know if I could do that.
You could.
I think I'd be
Yeah.
more of a spring hockey coach.
Go
Well,
to the
The,
tournament.
winter,
Alright.
the winter's too much.
You
brother.
want to hop on the
I'll be in Florida all winter, so
Hey,
I don't know if I.
Self-proclaimed future best coach, minor hockey coach ever, can't make the can't make every
What
game.
did I tell you? I'm already it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Already
right.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You can come out to 3-on-3 in Wasaga. Hey, a little 3-on-3 hockey, Wasaga Beach.
Wasaga.
Tuesday nights. No, Wednesdays.
Is that where you're driving to?
It's like 40 minutes from here. It's not far.
That's more than 40.
Nah.
It's like 40 to Barrie from here.
Nah.
It's like 30 to. It's 30 to Barrie, bro.
No, it's
Every time
Jared's
I
right.
drive, this is 30.
It's about 45,
Oh, maybe.
depending on where in Wasaga. But do we want to do a rapid fire talk about the finals for the playoffs?
Let's
for
let's
NHL?
talk
my-
about
Is there a point? I mean, we just talked about spiritual stuff for the last
54 minutes.
54
Let's
minutes.
talk about
Should
McDavid.
we just make a new pod
Ha!
on?
Hockey talk. Let's talk about McDavid wearing the same suit 3 games in a row.
I just did a video on that.
Did you? Nice.
It stinks. He hasn't showered either. McDavid hasn't washed it, hasn't showered. He knows what's up.
He just
That's
sits
good.
in his car until the
I
next
gotta
game.
do okay.
Hey?
I gotta do like another one where it's
He's got a
like,
cot
Dave-o,
at the rink.
Dave-o, I mean, this is exactly why I gotta park in my same spot. Else we can't. He took my spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's in my parking spot. That's where I park every game. Himes, you're in my spot. Yeah, well, Dave-o, I want the Conn Smythe. I want the Conn Smythe, Dave-o. I'm gonna park in your spot, and I'm gonna throw your suit out too. No one knows even what I'm talking about.
He's gonna spill
No one even-
coffee. He's
no
gonna
one
spill
even knows
coffee.
what I'm talking.
I know
about right now.
exactly what you're talking about.
My
He's.
brain goes in a lot of directions, but I was
Hyman's.
in a bit. I was pretending to be Hyman and McDavid.
I know.
I
I
gotcha.
got it. I picked it up 100%. And then Hyman spills a chocolate milk on McDavid's suit.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
Oh, sorry. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, like these.
Let me get that
these
for you.
sketches could become so much more.
Let me get that for you. He grabs a paper towel, but there's like blueberries on it. And he goes like that to dry it up and wipes blueberries all over.
And
Oh, shit.
Dave-o would just
Vibes.
Dave wouldn't even think about it too much. He'd just be like, "I like the look of my new suit. It needed some color.
Needs some color.
Needed some color. A little more smell
Dude,
too. It's fresh. It's like a
If I just
deodorant.
keep wearing
you know?
the suit, we're gonna keep winning. It's the suit that's winning it.
It's got 3 wins in it.
It's the
I
suit.
I think next week he wears the same
So
suit.
that's why, honestly, I do feel like Florida has the edge right now. If McDavid's playing, like thinking the suit's getting it done. I'm sorry, it's like
You don't
he's
think?
attached. He's attached to the suit now. Never good to be attached. It's
Mm.
never good to be attached to anything.
I think he's just.
Being detached is
doesn't
where you want
care.
to be.
I bet you. I bet you.
I mean,
If
he's
no one
wearing
did-
the same suit 3 games in a row.
He has to care.
Has he ever done that? Has
Mm-mm.
he ever done that to 3 games in a row where the same thing? I don't know.
Gotta
Maybe,
care a
I
little
don't know.
bit.
So he's attached to the suit. He's
Mm.
taking the suit's getting it done. That's where I'm like, is he in a mental blender right now? Could that
No,
be a mental blender?
I think he is gonna come out as he's gonna be possessed in the finals.
and I'm
He's
saying,
never made
I'm
it
just
this
saying it's
deep.
not good when you're like attached to something. Like,
Yeah,
Like to be attached.
yeah.
See, so
It's like,
I'm.
like, what if you switch
I
up
think.
the suit? You know?
I think 2 things can be true.
like
I
the
think McDavid.
superstitions.
I think McDavid can have like the best series of his life, and they still lose.
Yeah.
But so I could
Florida
I
is
could
a
see
wagon.
McDavid putting up 4 points every game, and they lose by a goal each game.
Mhm.
You know, like I could see that happening, but I also could see the Oilers running away with a few and scaring Florida into like playing a game that they don't want to play. you know?
Bouchard is great. Dreisaitl's great. McDavid's great. There's a lot of offense there.
Depends on the power play, I think. Like
Yeah.
if there's a lot of penalties, then I actually think the Oilers have a slight
Flor-
edge.
No, Florida has a nasty power play.
No, but look at the Oilers penalty kill and power play. You know, like
28.
I don't know, man. That
Consecutive
Florida
penalty
team,
kills.
That Bobrovsky. Oh, I don't know. Florida is going.
Let's-
everyone's saying
I'm at the
Florida's
game-
good.
I'm at the game
like,
Saturday.
got it, but I think
I'll be in Florida.
You going?
It's from Florida Friday. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's in Florida, not Edmonton.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Be great.
Florida.
nice.
How'd you get the invite?
Nailer.
Ooh,
Nailer.
that's great. Sammy's telling me to go to Edmonton to watch a game.
I would love to go.
Why
to
would I go to Edmonton when I go to Florida to watch a game?
Edmonton
Yeah.
Edmonton would be dope though. I would love
I
to.
think Florida would be
they-
more
like,
dope.
I know.
in
I
the
wa- I
arena,
was pretty happy.
The
with it.
vibes in the arena in Edmonton would be can't miss.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm
then,
saying.
but then
I feel
the
like I got-
vibes outside of the ring.
I have a lot of audience in Edmonton. I got to go to Edmonton for sure, and just like
Just travel with the team, eh? Just
Yeah.
get on the team charter.
make
Just,
coaching soon.
just grab one of their bags and start carrying it for them.
Hey, like if you could get on that, get in their ear, they'd for sure want you around. The vibes.
Well, do they know that they have the greatest minor hockey coach of all time?
Yeah,
It's insane.
they wouldn't even know until he got there. Then they'd know.
No, I'm telling you,
Get the boys believing.
I'm gonna have the greatest minor hockey team to ever play in the history of minor hockey.
Mm.
I'm like that. I already have it. It's already in my head.
Congrats.
The greatest minor hockey team. It's gonna be a travel team.
I believe it.
We're gonna be private jetting. To every tournament, we're gonna go. It's gonna be insane.
PJ.
It's gonna be insane. We're doing.
PJ.
We're changing this whole game.
All right, hold up.
We're changing this. Whole
I got
game.
another thing. A lot of superstar athletes came from a non-comfort lifestyle
Mm.
because the ones
Kids
that
don't stress enough these days.
yes, the ones that had it good, they have the mindset of, oh, why do I need to try hard? Things are already good.
Mm.
But the ones that
What about-
trained
what
in
about
less than ideal,
Zach Hyman.
yeah, there's what do you call it?
Anomalies.
Anomalies to every.
Analogy. Anomalies to every analogy.
Anomalies to every metaphor.
Yeah.
There's outliers. There's outliers. for
Not
sure,
every juice
right?
can be squeezed
Hey.
the same.
Hey, if you're 6'3", that's good if you want to play in the NHL. Well, what about Martin St. Louis?
If you have quads the size
So,
of,
so that in statistics that would be an outlier.
I want to hear that your thought there. What were you saying?
That's
Or-
basically it. If you're in less than ideal situations, you train harder because you have something bigger that you're chasing.
Mm.
Whereas everything is comfortable and handed to you, it's just easier for you. Right?
It's not as
You don't-
fulfilling too.
Yeah, you don't have that same.
Right.
Not every bird with perfect wings flies high.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Look at that metaphor.
So what I'm saying is, if you're putting the 9-year-olds on private jets, maybe it'd be better if you made them
But
carry
they're-
their own
But
bags.
they're gonna
should
be,
I make that
push
the
the
title?
bus.
Hey,
but
should
they're
I
gonna
make
be living like a pro
Yeah,
before they're a pro.
bunch of spoiled brats.
Oh,
Should I make that
no,
the
you think they're
title?
spoiled? You don't know the training sessions they're gonna be going through. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be insanity.
Hey,
It's gonna be we're coming to change this game up.
All right,
It's gonna be insane.
PJs for the
It's gonna be the greatest trout.
kids. Put on your PJs and get in the
Every-
PJ.
Every sniper in the world is gonna want to be on this team
Mm,
because we're gonna treat them so well,
yep.
and we're gonna teach them mind frame.
Mm.
Mind frame.
the new words.
We're gonna teach them visualization techniques.
hmm
We're gonna teach them frequency, energy.
Hmm.
It's magic, baby. It's gonna be the greatest,
Magic.
greatest minor hockey team in the history of the world.
When are you gonna start?
Right now, I'm starting right now. It's
Yeah.
already the
He's already done it.
seed's been planted, brother.
Get-
Brother.
The seed's been planted,
You,
brother.
you gotta do all your OMHA certifications, regulations. You gotta do a
Spring
speak
hockey,
out course.
Spring hockey.
Speak out. Respect in sports. Got to have your Coach 1 certificate. Police check. You got a vulnerable sector check. You can have that all to me on my desk by Wednesday. Put your name in.
Rules. What are rules for? Meant to be broken.
What should we
We're on a
call
PJ.
this
We don't have to
episode?
follow any rules. There ain't no line we're waiting in.
Spring
We're not at TSA. We're on the PJ, brother.
Greatest spring hockey.
We're on the
team
PJ, brother.
ever.
Yeah, but and we're looking for a sponsor. And we're looking for whoever wants a sponsor. We're looking for a billionaire sponsor.
Mm,
And we're gonna find one that
Mhm.
loves hockey, that just wants to throw money at this team.
Yep.
For a PJ to every single tournament. Registration fees are gonna be
Do you
covered.
think that's good to hand that to the kids though?
what?
A
An
private jet.
experience?
Yeah.
An experience? Is it better?
Shouldn't they have to ride a 4-wheeler to the game? And
yes, they should have to
No.
actually. They load all their stuff themselves onto a rickety old bus, and it runs out of gas, and they have
I
to
think
push
it's
it.
builds
I-
sometimes.
character.
I think
It's like
yes,
team
it
building
builds
before you even
character.
get to the rink.
It's giving kids an experience.
Mm.
to.
We can do two. We can do a field study.
It's given
You have 8-year-olds. You have 8-year-olds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.
You should do it.
Your kids fly economy.
There we go.
Let your
Coach
kids
Chippy.
fly economy, and we'll let my kids fly on the private jet by the time.
No, they're
time.
driving on a
We'll
bus.
see
Yeah,
and
my
we'll
kids.
see which ones are more successful.
I like this.
My
We'll
kids.
see which ones are more successful.
My kids all have
10
to.
years.
Yeah,
Well, they did this on Survivor. You were telling me about it. It was like the
Well,
rich get richer and the poor get
yeah,
poorer.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, like the one side starts out with everything, the other side starts out with nothing, and they thought that maybe the ones that started out with nothing would like
No, the ones
band
that eat-
together
the ones
more.
that are at 9 eating the best meals possible and the smoothies and
Yeah.
flying without having to stress their
It
bodies
was like
out in line at
The
TSA.
perfect example of rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That was like, you watch that and they thought it was going to be like a battle. It was like, no, the people that started out with nothing and no camp, nothing, they literally just fell apart and fought.
However, they probably put a bunch of people who had no.
No, it was like it was all like previous winners or something.
Okay, but I'm talking about who is the grittiest,
Oh,
who's faced adversity, who can overcome challenges in their lives, or who gives up. And if you put a bunch of people who have pretty privy lifestyles and give them a bunch of challenges,
You
and
could have a
make
pretty
things-
lifestyle, but
Right.
understand what a
Can.
non-privy is by. In my program, we're going to be teaching.
you are teaching in your program. You
in
are
my
teaching.
we teach. We teach ups and downs, highs and lows. We teach how to deal with the highs and lows. We teach that not everything's going to be glamour and gold. Not everything's
by
going to be
putting
a
them on the private
Not
jet
everything's going to be a private jet. Not everything's
with caviar.
Yeah, they got to be eating well.
See,
We
but-
got a game. We got a game.
But I've got my
couple days
kids
for to show up early.
cutting grass to save up their money so they can pay for the fuel
Oh, my
on the
kids cut
team
grass.
bus.
My kids are cutting grass. They're training. My kids are cutting my. They're cutting my mansion. lawn. They're cutting my mansion lawn in front.
Hey, they're doing.
Okay, I
push
got a big
lawnmowers.
yard. I got a big yard. They could go cut.
They're playing Farming Simulator on the private jet.
I got a big yard. Yeah, don't worry. And they're also gonna be learning taxes.
Yeah,
And they're gonna be learning. I'll get them doing my taxes too.
and they're gonna learn how to paint.
All right, I think we're at like an hour now. That was fun. I think we should wrap it up so we can do.
Yeah.
Let's
They're
go.
gonna
The-
start a-
the
they're
Puck
gonna- I'm
Daddy
gonna
show.
learn them, teach them how to start a pressure washing business for the driveway. How to seal the driveway.
How to shingle a
These
roof.
are going to be some busy
Hey.
kids.
I gotta teach them how to shingle a roof.
Are they even going to
Yeah.
play ever?
They're gonna walk dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach
They're
them
gonna
how
clean
to,
golf clubs.
They're gonna do the flood too. They're gonna flood my rink at home.
Teach them how to cook for me.
Yeah. Teach them all the life skills. My program. So we teach life skills at our program.